stuff. So there's gonna be some action, and we're hoping to see some lightsabers cross, man.
Yeah, the anticipation for this show is up there, man. It's really, really up there. I think even more than Boba. What's up, guys? It's CJ. I'm here with Mike and Richie. What's up, guys? Another episode of Superhero Sundays. We're going to get into, but before we do, like always, stop. Spoiler alerts before we get into any of these topics. Make sure you go watch these movies and shows we're going to talk about. And when you come back and join us, make sure you like and subscribe, because any and all support is really appreciated. It helps to impact the community by honoring real life heroes, man. So, with all that being said, we're back in business. I got my cup. Thanos was right. Boom.
I'm going with my Star Wars for
Star Wars
Day.
Star Wars night is coming up, man. Boom.
Yes, sir.
Cheers, guys. Star Wars. Ahsoka Tano. God, I say that wrong. Ahsoka Tano. Ahsoka Tano finally has a director now for her show. I don't know when it's going to debut, but Peter Ramsey, the guy who did Into the Spider-Verse, Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, he's going to be director for this show. And man, so far, besides Boba, they've been great Disney shows, man. I really hope that Obi-Wan is going to be great. And then to follow that will be Ahsoka, her show. So they get good directors, man. So with this guy who did Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, can he bring over what he did with animation? Can he bring that over to live action? And Richard hasn't seen Into the Spider-Verse. Shame on you. Shame on you.
Shame, shame, shame. Shame on you.
You can still make it up, man. You can buy the movie. But Mike, man, the actress is great. They have a great director. Do you think they're going to pull it off, man? Or is it going to be another Boba Fett?
I really hope it's not going to be another Boba Fett, because this is another character that has so much of a fan base of. But again, what will make her not like Boba Fett, that this person actually had a lot of dialogue, story behind her. She's not just some guy a mercenary that had 6 lines, 2 minutes long in all 3 movies.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, she actually has some substance. As the same reason I told you that Obi-Wan Kenobi is not going to be the same as a Book of Boba.
Yeah,
Kenobi's he's like a giant, like, monster rib of stuff.
Yeah.
Holding him together. Like, there is so much there. Not just content in the movies, but also in content in the novels that they have out there, the comic books. Like, this man has been through a lot.
Yeah.
The only reason why he lost to Darth Vader in the movie is because he was ready to go.
Mm-hmm. He just said, I'm out.
When he had that fight with him, and he was like, all right, he sees that guy away. He's like, all right, strike me down.
Disappeared. Yeah, man.
So he did it all because he was ready. So that's why I don't think Obi-Wan Kenobi, now, I don't think it should flop like it. It really shouldn't. If they do, they really drop the ball. And in this one, it shouldn't either, because there's a lot of content there. Hopefully, them, actually reevaluate how they messed up in Books of Boba and realize what they need to do to not be like Mandalorian, because I don't want to see that same, like, copy and paste, like, this worked for this, so we're going to copy and paste it over here. No, I want them to feel different. I don't want the shows to start feeling the same. And Books of Boba, only reason why it was so good is because the middle part, literally half the show was the Mandalorian show.
Really, the last 2 episodes. It was really the last 2 episodes.
It was like the copy and paste, literally copy and pasting the characters into the show, and didn't even have Boba in those shows.
Yeah.
And so I really hope that that's not what they do.
I hope so too, man.
Copy paste to Ahsoka Tano, and then also with Obi-Wan. I really hope it's not. Like, when you watch these, either one of them, you're gonna be like, wow, this is completely different from the last.
I hope so too. It'd be great to have a different feel to it.
I have a question for you guys on the Ahsoka Tano thing. So when they drop it, do you expect them to have glimpse or some type of shot where there's a memory of her training with Anakin?
They have to.
Right? They have to. Referencing the battle they had in Star Wars, Clone Wars, when they introduced her, all that stuff. I mean,
That'll be great.
Do we see Christian Haydenson
come back
as Anakin and as Darth Vader?
It would depend. I really think the show is going to be one that's going to help push their universe forward. Because I think because she has backstory in connection with people in the Obi-Wan show because of Anakin. And then when they come up with the other show that they're planning on coming up, I believe it's called the one that's going to be about the Dark Order. It starts with an E, I believe.
I know what you're talking about, and it's on. The name's escaping me as well.
Yeah, but that one's supposed to be mostly about the Sith Lords and stuff like that. So I think her show is going to be the show that starts connecting everything together.
That'll be amazing, man. Yeah, man. Like you said, she's a character that can really, tie things together, like the bridge from.
She's one of those characters that are in a lot of things.
Yeah. So I'm looking forward to her show too, man. And you kind of brought up something that I'm like curious to know now. With Obi-Wan and Darth, do you think in the Obi-Wan show we're going to see them go at it?
Oh yeah, most definitely. There's absolutely nothing else the fan base would want than seeing them in some kind of altercation. Mind you, it doesn't have to be a lightsaber battle, but of course that's what everybody wants. But it could be just any sort of altercation between the two of them in the same room where you feel the tension.
Yeah.
Even though they don't fight, you just feel that that tension that just makes you feel it like in the air. Like Darth Vader hates this man. Like in his bones, of what the bones that he has left, he absolutely hates this man because he's the reason that he blames him losing his wife and 2 kids.
Crazy, man. That's some real deep hate.
Deep-rooted hate.
Yeah.
Right? And Obi-Wan knows the truth, of course, and he's just there like, if you want to throw down, I'm here for it.
And you know what's crazy? This is a young Darth Vader too, so that hate is like freshly brewing right now. Like he is really, really upset with them. Richard, bro, how excited would you see them go at it in this show, man?
I would be extremely excited.
Your lightsaber.
The thing is, like 2 of them. I just think that they may not do it. Not so much a full-on confrontation, but like it's gonna be like near miss or something like that. Like, or they'll see each other from afar and somehow
they'll be disappointed.
What's his name? Obi-Wan like gets away. Because he's being hunted.
People will be so mad. Mike will be so upset.
No. I mean, people will be upset that if that's the case, it's one of those scenes where Darth Vader's on the ground and Obi-Wan's staring at him while he's flying away, type of thing. I can't not say I'm not going to be upset if we don't get some kind of altercation, but the only way that can actually happen and people be like, but they're like, but I still love the show, is if they made it build throughout the season.
Suspense.
That if they're going to capture him, they're going to get him, and Darth Vader is ready. And if like the last episode, the season finale, everybody's watching to see if he actually gets captured, and the whole episode is him, making the right moves, the right decisions, like calm and collected. So at the very end, when it looked like he might be caught, he slips from his fingers, just the same way as you saw him at the end of Rogue One. If they show me something like that, when Darth Vader goes through a bunch of like resistance or whatever, just completely like as he's going through them, he's getting angrier and angrier because he knows if this continues, he's gonna miss his opportunity. And you see him get more and more reckless with his powers as he gets closer and closer and closer, or in his mind, closer to Obi-Wan Kenobi. And then when he sees him fly off, and Obi-Wan is just staring at him like,
you thought you had me, right? Yeah, man, that would
I would be okay with that.
Yeah.
Because you would give me angry, pissed off, deep hatred, chaotic hatred, Vader for like a good 2 minutes of like suspenseful, like this man is going ape,
going ham, bro.
I would be like, I'm okay with this.
And that's what I feel like that's what's gonna happen. Just like what you said, like the end of Rogue One.
Because now, that Rogue One, the ending of Rogue One is literally a classic ending.
It is. That is the Darth Vader that everyone's been wanting to see. Like it's just
that went up in, like soon as it happened, the guy who made it and saw the reaction from everybody, he was like, "Yep, I knew I was making a classic."
Yeah. and then Batman bit it.
Oh man.
Batman took a piece of that. Anyway, but hold on. Here's the thing. I mean, there is going to be a lot of fighting though, right? Because last I heard, like the actors are actually training. They're training on like fight training and stuff like that.
Oh, wow.
Fight choreography and all that stuff. So there's gonna be some action, and we're hoping to see some lightsabers cross, man.
Yeah, the anticipation for this show is up there, man. It's really, really up there. I think even more than Boba. Boba wasn't highly anticipated, but once people kind of like, dude, this is a letdown.
Well,
now they're like,
you knew that after the first episode, we were like, it's kind of underwhelming.
It was, yeah.
It was so like, okay, what are they doing now? Where's the show going? But this one, I think that's the key. If the first episode is a banger, you know that this show is going to be epic and it's going to be a classic.
Listen to me. That first episode is going to have John Williams written all over it.
Oh, yeah.
The soundtrack is going to be like this, and you're just going to be sitting there like this.
I mean, once you hear the John Williams music, you're already hyped. It doesn't even have to be Star Wars. Like you can be like watching something or just kind of, I don't know, you're cooking and you hear the music. You're like, yes, you get your spatula. Like, oh, dude.
Oh man.
Seriously though.
I'm serious.
Seriously, like that first episode, he's gonna drop some heat.
Brand new John Williams mixtape, bro. Bam! Like, yo.
John Williams is gonna drop. Like, if anything,
the soundtrack is gonna be like number one online everywhere, man. Okay, I gotta say, Star Wars, they're still doing their thing. So if Obi-Wan and Ahsoka Tano, what can I say, Richard? Ahsoka Tano.
I don't know, man. Ahsoka Tano.
Ahsoka Tano, those two are really, really highly anticipated. I cannot wait for those two to drop, man. On this show, we honor real life heroes. And on this episode, we're going to honor Paul. Paul is an X-ray tech working as a cardiac interventional technologist. He assists in various cardiac procedures such as heart biopsies, angiograms, and heart valve replacements. He has been in the medical field for 23 years now. He was inspired to go into the medical field by his brother, who was a dentist. He was interested in the X-ray program where he got to use various high-powered machines. Paul worked during the pandemic. He says, and I quote, "I was honestly scared in the beginning, not knowing how the pandemic would play out. And as vaccines became available, I started to worry less. My main concern was to stay safe and avoid possible exposure to my family." Paul has been married for 13 years. He has a 12-year-old son and a 10-year-old daughter. Outside of work, he loves deep sea fishing, and recently was able to take his kids on a boat for the first time. He also loves hanging out with his car buddies and working on their cars. So Paul, thank you, man. Congratulations. You're a real life hero. Thank you for helping us provide, goodies for all the other heroes on this show. So you're very, very, very much a hero, man. Thank you. And yes, thanks for going to end another episode of Superhero Sundays. Tune in next week and some more crazy topics. God bless you guys. Good night.